It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. On the visitor sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January.
How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We got the plyometric. Ran about the Lux Messer up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Niggas tell us till it.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. At the 35-yard line. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They'll go again with Genty. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. The quick feet by Jackson.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough it, human bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's to Bash over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
In motion left goes Myers. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Back at the 33-yard line.
To throw is Smith. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game that we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. On the zone read, to give to Genty. Now he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And just shutting him off there. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. We might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And a tackle there by Jermaine Platt. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't playing right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs.
You look at this Raiders defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for another Eagles.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year. Elliott good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They get in a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Gino down a throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll sneak it with Smith. And he's going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
38-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Smith now to throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Raiders.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at their 48-yard line.
Once again is Genty. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a quick throw out wide to Myers. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 35-yard line.
Now Smith. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Gino. Open man is Tucker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On first down, it's Genty. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Gino. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Gotta say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Myers in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Here's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
He was taken down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd down at the Raiders.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 33. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense.
That's good for the Eagles.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on
Throwing is Hurts.
2nd and 10.
There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Good for another Eagles.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Number one, you understand where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So enough Something avails itself. He slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
He'll need to run for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was finished off on a 14-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 15 of the NFL season, playoff time for you fantasy football players, but for the real teams, the home stretch is starting. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And it's last year's 8th overall pick, Michael Penix. A touchdown pass here from 23 yards out. From there, why don't we go out to the Space City of Houston, looking in on the Texans as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray. He'll locate his Pro Bowl tight end, Trey McBride. 15 yards for the touchdown. The Cardinals still trail, however, and that game's gone to half. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. And this is fourth-year back, James Cook. And this is a touchdown. This one's at halftime with the Bills on top in this one at halftime. With that, let's give you a look at the playoff picture in the AFC through 15 weeks. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
First down.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley to about the 40-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down They'll run for it with Dillon. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for an Eagles first down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 2. A quick throw here out to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as a tackle made at the 18.
And an Eagles first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Jermaine Pratt there on the tackle. A 2-yard gain.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
It's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Elliott now to have the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Pass incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Tucker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
At the 44-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Genty. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. From the 29, here's 2nd and a yard. Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Caught by Mayer. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Gino going to hand it to Genty. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Jalen Carter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20 to 10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll run for it with Barkley. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
11 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A handoff to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 124 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Smith. He'll drop this underneath for Jensen. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the the gun on third down. Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up second down at the 38-yard line.
Saquon Barkley running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. 3rd and 4. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now it's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
A 5-yard gain.
Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
And the Raiders 1st down.
Smith. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works him past the 50. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. He'll find you. And the ball is knocked out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Smith. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road